I want to talk about the Four Noble Truths which were given by Buddha. See, Buddha said there are four noble truths when he got enlightened, and he said that there is suffering. Definitely there is suffering. And suffering is the only path to get to non-suffering or calmness or ecstatic state or full of love and life. So suffering is the solution also. There is suffering and suffering is the solution. So what is he saying actually? Why there is suffering? Suffering is there because we are living too much in mind. See, mind is a software for a body. If body wants something, how will it communicate? It will use mind. That's how it's want to do it. But mind is one of the faculty, sixth sense. And how this faculty works, it works independently. Like our eyes, I'm watching something, something wrong happening, it's still picking up, something right happening, it's still picking up. But it does not do any discrimination, it's just working automatically. So all our senses, they work automatically. Now mind is the thing which will divide it into two, good and bad. On what basis? So suffering which is there is created by mind. That's the reason for the suffering. And what mind is creating, it dividing things into two actually. That's the reason for the suffering, why it's been getting created. So how mind divides things? It divides things based on its own. So where you are born, like definitely your past life karmas. And then where are you born? What culture? So there has to be a basis for analysis. So that's the basis. Upbringing, your friends, your circle, how you're gathering things, what you're watching on TV, everything. See, for example, two twins born in same house, same time, almost. Look alike. They go watch a movie. One likes it, one doesn't like it. Everything is same food, same house, same movie. But the way they are analyzing the information which they are gathering now is totally different. One will go in a different path, one will go in a different path. So definitely it depends on your past life also. What desires were there, how you were analyzing things. And then this life, that's the impression from past life. And now this life, what you're gathering from around you, this life, you both have different friends. So you're watching the same movie, but one will like it, one will not, because the way you are analyzing that information, based on the analysis, one is getting good feelings on the body and one is getting bad feelings. So one will like nah, one will say yes. So that's how mind analyzes things. And when it is disappointed, when it doesn't like what it's getting, so where will those thoughts get manifested? They will get manifest on the body. That's why body goes through problems because of mind. So suffering, what we call suffering, is something which we don't like, but it's coming again and again. Because the way your mind is analyzing things is totally bringing bad thoughts, and that is getting manifested on the body in a really bad way. So body is solid, it's if a solid like a stone, it's dead, but software is the mind which is bringing that feeling on the body. It's solid matter, body. So mind is the software which is bringing those things on the body. So because of that, now we are running from things which we want, away from things which we don't want, towards things which we want actually. That's why the running is going on. And in this run, we are creating a fear of running away from things which we don't want. And because of that running, fear is created, and due to that, we are suffering. Suffering because body is not feeling well and it wants something which it doesn't have. So that's the reason for suffering, living in mind. And now because mind is controlling the body, so the only problem is suffering. But how to get out of suffering is when this understanding goes deeper that we are not the mind, we are the soul. See, the soul is always calm. It has nothing else to do. So that's what Buddha says. When you sit down for meditation, what you do? You watch. What are you watching? You're watching your thoughts. You're doing nothing, but you're watching your thoughts. You watch all the sensations on the body, minute to minute, subtle to subtle sensations on the body. That's what you watch. You watch your breath. So all these are the ways to come to present moment, and what's available in present moment, not mine, as your soul. So a difference between a dead person and a living person is the soul, actually. When the soul leaves the body, the body just goes back to its solid form, dies. And the dead person also have eyes, ears, nose, but there is no soul inside it. That's the difference between dead and living person. So you are the soul. What is the soul? See, there are thoughts going in your mind. Obviously, there is someone who can watch those thoughts and tell you, okay, these are the thoughts going. If you were the mind, if you were the thoughts, then how can you tell the difference between what's going in your mind? There is someone who's watching, like you watch a TV, there's two things happening. That's why you can watch TV and see what's happening there. Same way, thoughts. There is someone who's watching those thoughts, which can see inside you that these are the thoughts going. If you're sleeping, there is someone who tells in the morning, this was the dream I had. So someone is always watching. So that's what you are, soul, actually. So that's the end of suffering. When we are connected too deeply with our mind, and mind is controlling the body, then what it will bring suffering, because mind wants things from outside world, and outside world works in such a way that sometimes it gives you what you want, sometimes it doesn't give you what you want, sometimes it gives you but too slow, too late, takes long time, lot of hard work. So that's how it works in outside world. But because we are not getting what we want, so that's what's manifesting on the body is total, which is suffering, which you don't want, because the connection is too deep with the mind. But when the connection goes too deep with the soul, which you really are, that should actually be the real thing, where you should be connected to the soul, then suffering goes away, because what your soul does, it just watches. It doesn't get affected by what's happening, you're receiving or not receiving. It doesn't get affected. So it will not bring those feelings in the body, and that's the end of suffering. And then you're just calm, composed, peaceful, ecstatic, happy. See, so the suffering, there is suffering if you're living in mind, and suffering is the watching suffering, or suffering is the solution for happiness. And so from mind to soul, that's the solution for happiness. So connection from mind gets weaker and connection with soul gets stronger. That's why we sit in meditation, we watch those thoughts. We just watch and see how those thoughts, what they're bringing on the body. Then we see how body is reacting to those thoughts. And what we are doing, we're coming in present moment, but at the same time we're connecting deeply with our soul. And when we are deeply connected, there are no thoughts, there is no suffering. So there is suffering, and it is the solution. So that's the truth. That's the noble, and the only truth which is there, that you're not body, you're not mind, you are soul. That's the truth. So 4 noble truths. There is suffering, and that's the end of suffering. Is the path to reach to the truth. And what is truth? That you are your soul. And once you are connected with your soul, there is no suffering. So hopefully we got some clarity on what Buddha said, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.